Hey there, it's Chris here with selfmadenewbie.com. Welcome to this review and comparison between the two giants of website hosting, SiteGround and Bluehost. If you find yourself recently thinking, maybe I want to build a nice blog, WordPress site, online business, but you're kind of stuck on that first step. Which host do I go with? These are the two that also advertise the most. They have big affiliate programs that a lot of people join on. So then you got these people pushing each one, saying they're the best because they want to make money out of it. But which one is really, truly the best? We're going to take a deep dive into each one, and I'm also going to offer you some free exclusive bonus products. So whichever host you go with, I've got your back. You can start with that blog, hit the ground running, know exactly what to do, from everywhere from just creating content to turning that thing into something that makes money. So if you want to check out the bonus page or go through to SiteGround or Bluehost and check it out for yourself at any time during this video, you just click the link in the description and you'll be taken through to my bonus page, which looks like this. There's a brief outline of SiteGround and Bluehost as well as my bonuses. The first one you're going to get is called Find Your Niche, and this is a big training which covers really the one most important question for when you start a blog is, how do I find a niche? What is a niche? Okay, it's really important. You got to know how to find a niche that is profitable, one that isn't going to waste your time, one that has low competition, and if it does have high competition, how do you get in and get your little piece of the pie and do things properly that way and really niche down? This is going to help you with that first step. Bonus number 2 is called 7-Figure Mastery. This is a 32-part training course that just helps you make that transition from, personal blog into business blog or blog that makes you money, that side hustle. So this goes into everything from how to create content, how to create a business strategy. It goes into SEO, it goes into how to get traffic, it goes into email, it goes into running Facebook ads and Google ads, and it's just such a massive product that if you've never done any blogging before or you don't know where to start as far as creating a blog that makes you money, this has got everything in it. The bonus number 3 is going to build on the last bonus. It's called Authority Blogging. It's going to tell you the ins and outs of how to blog in a way that Google likes you and starts to rank you for certain keywords, certain topics. Okay, a lot of people, they just get on to their WordPress site and they start typing away about whatever, and they don't understand SEO. It's not optimized. So authority blogging is going to teach you everything from how to speak and write like an authority figure, like how to write good copy, how to use words that sell, how to use words that create an emotional trigger in other people, all the way down to best SEO practices for each bit of content that you put out. Bonus number 4 I've gotten for you is building on the last bonuses. It's a 2-part bonus. One is called Boost Your Website Traffic and the other is called Lead Generation on Demand. So I know from my experience that when you create a blog, or when people I know have created blogs, you generally hit the same wall after you're producing content, which is, okay, there's my content, how do I get people to see it? These two products go into how to generate leads through channels like Google, forums, Quora, and of course social media. So everything you need to know in these two products, how to generate traffic to your website once you start producing content. Bonus number 5 builds upon that and goes a little bit deeper into the biggest source of traffic for your blog, which is going to be social media platforms. Billions of people visit social media every single day, every single hour, every single second, right? You want to get in front of their eyeballs. That's marketing 101. If people's eyeballs are on social media, then you should be on social media. This goes into how to leverage each social media platform. Each social media platform has its own nuances, its own languages, its own way to communicate. So this is going to help you adjust how you use each platform in order to send traffic to your WordPress site, to your content, to your online stores, to your lead capture, email, pop-up, any of that. So if that all sounds good to you, it's go through the link in the description, click on any of these buttons depending on whether you like SiteGround or Bluehost. That will send you off to their respective sales pages, This is SiteGround sales page or main page. This is Bluehost. And if you do purchase SiteGround or Bluehost, then you will get my bonuses along with that. All you would need to do is send proof of purchase to my email address, which is right here, chris@selfmadenewbie.com, and I'll send those bonuses off to you straight away. So now let's get into comparing SiteGround and Bluehost. So I've used both quite extensively, and I'm going to give you the categories that I'm going to base my comparison on. So number one is public opinion, speed, features, uptime and downtime, support, pricing, and then I have some other notable mentions. And of course, after that, I'll give my final recommendation on what I think is the best, what you should definitely go with. So first of all, public opinion on both of these hosts. Public opinion on SiteGround and Bluehost, very different, very polarizing, especially in the last 1-2 years. So you can see various polls on your screen right now that I've taken from social media, and you can see what the results are. A lot of people seem to be migrating from Bluehost over to SiteGround and not so much the other way around. The biggest reasons I found from my own research are generally to do with speed and to do with support, quality. So these are kind of the two primary factors that generally people are looking for. Probably that's what you're looking for too. People want a fast site without too much hassle, and if there is hassle, they just want someone to talk to them, tell them what to do, tell them how to fix it, right? Not too much to ask. Second comparison point is speed. So I'm just gonna give it to you really simply. The average page load speed on SiteGround is 1.3 seconds. And people who use Bluehost and switched over and were able to post on social media and things, their comparisons, they reported that 1.3 seconds you get from SiteGround was often anywhere between 3 and 6 times faster than page load speeds on Bluehost. Now this is no doubt owing to the SSD technology of SiteGround, which Bluehost has only just switched to fairly recently. So maybe down the line we'll see the disparity of speed differences being more competitive, but right now it appears that SiteGround is just way faster than Bluehost. The next point we want to look at is features. Now, as far as the features go, they're two big hosts. They do know what they're doing. These aren't like fake or scammy hosts, okay? They're both legit hosts. Now, as far as features go, then you can expect all the usual bells and whistles. Easy install of WordPress sites. Email, they both use cPanel and everything you get with that, you know, email security, FTP, themes, all that stuff is included in both. That is stock standard across any major hosting platform. Bluehost, however, does not support Drupal or Zencart if you're one of those people using that. Also a massive difference in features and what is being offered. One of the main selling points for me is that if you're coming from another host to SiteGround, they will transfer your domain to SiteGround for free, okay? So if you're over there on GoDaddy or HostGator or iPage or A2 hosting or whatever, they will migrate you to SiteGround for free. Bluehost will charge you a very, ouch, painful $149 to migrate your site to Bluehost. So for me, those are the main differences there, and for me, they're big differences. The next point is uptime, downtime. Reliability. So again, I can give you the figures straight away. SiteGround has an average uptime of 99.9% and Bluehost only at 97.97%. Now you might be thinking, well, still pretty good. Pretty small difference. Well, it's small if it was like maybe in a minute or in an hour. Okay, it'd just be 1 or 2 seconds. But if you push that out over a month, it comes to about 9 minutes. If you're pushing out a campaign that you're paying for, Google Ads or something, and then your site goes down for 9 minutes, you know, that matters to a lot of people. So pretty basic there on the uptime and downtime. SiteGround, again, clear winner. The next point to look at is support. Now, if SiteGround is known for anything, it's for its amazing speed and also amazing support. Users are constantly raving about how good support is, whether you're logging tickets by their logging system, email, or their live chat. It's just quick. You get served quick, the problem is solved quick. After doing the research and seeing what the average person said and what the statistics said, you can expect to get into a one-on-one chat with a support person at SiteGround in under 10 minutes. And it appears that with Bluehost, you often need to wait up to 30 minutes, sometimes longer, which is not the worst in the industry. But in this particular case, in this particular comparison that we're doing, SiteGround, again, 3 times, sometimes more, faster with their support. The next point to look at is pricing, and you can see the different plans available on your screen. There's 2 things to make note of with the pricing on each, as they are a little bit misleading. So the renewal price for SiteGround is $11.95 a month and Bluehost $7.95. So they both try to play this off by putting a cross through it and just emphasizing that $3.95 number. But if you're going with this host long term, like over 5 years, then do know that after your initial purchase, your price will be that $11.95 or $79.95 going forward. The second thing to note is that Bluehost a little bit more shady than SiteGround with their pricing and their advertising, because with Bluehost you are actually only entitled to that $3.95 a month if you sign up for 36 months up front. SiteGround, not as bad. You get the $3.95 a month, but you have to pay up front for a year. Okay? So fairly misleading on both companies' parts. So really it's your choice. How much money do you have to put forward up front? But at $3.95, you'll be paying $142.20 upfront with Bluehost and $47.40 upfront with SiteGround. Other notable mentions is that SiteGround has found to be better at staying on top of their updates than Bluehost. So for example, a lot of users noted that SiteGround have their PHP versions updated really quickly, whereas Bluehost often doesn't update their PHP for quite a while after PHP puts out an update. This really affects site speed. Also, the SiteGround technology overall is just better than Bluehost, from their hardware up at the server end all the way down to the free exclusive SiteGround Optimizer plugin that you get when you install WordPress through SiteGround. Another notable thing is that Bluehost is owned by a very large company known as EIG, and they also own iPage and HostGator, whereas SiteGround is an independent entity. So this shows you that despite maybe having more resources than SiteGround, Bluehost may be stretching themselves thin a little bit because of all these companies that they own. It's like, you know, it's like 10 or 20 companies. And it seems like they clearly can't keep up with that more smaller scope, more focused SiteGround company. Another thing is that Bluehost doesn't guarantee backups. So if you're that kind of person who's cautious and you want your website and everything, your data backed up regularly, SiteGround not only has automatic daily backups, but it also has backup on demand, whereas Bluehost has some kind of vague backup thing going on, but they do recommend that you do backup by yourself. So moving on to my personal recommendation, and what I usually do is I go with the SiteGround Go Big plan for $5.95 a month. It's only $2 more than their startup plan, but it gives you access to the premium support, which is even quicker, and more server resources, meaning you get a noticeable more bump in speed. It's also good, you know, obviously there's more web space limit and more bandwidth limit and more website limit for you as well. Now, I will say that the startup option would be my second choice because it's still faster than Bluehost and other servers, hosts that I've tried. And the support, even if you're not on premium support, to be honest, I've never waited more than 12 minutes. So while premium might get you in the door like in 5 minutes of support, it's not really that much of a difference. And over time, I guess $3.95 and $5.95, the difference is big. If you are really just starting out, then maybe that's the better option. That would be my second choice for sure. So I hope you enjoyed that review. I hope I try to be very simple and not try to complicate things, because there are a lot of different functions and features, but I try to stick to the main ones. So remember, if you want to go with SiteGround or Bluehost, go through the link in the description. You'll go to my bonus page, and if you click on these buttons, depending on which one you want to go with, that will lock in your bonuses. You'll be launched off to make your purchase of Bluehost or SiteGround. Email me, I'll send you the bonuses, and you'll be ready to just rock and roll on your website. If you do have any questions or concerns, you think I've missed anything, drop them in the comments below. Hit me up on email or my social media. I do reply to everybody. Otherwise, enjoy SiteGround or Bluehost, whatever you choose. I hope you love the bonuses I got for you, and I'll see you again on the next video. Take care.